You might have bad sleeping patterns and habits, and not even realize it. After all, most people don't think much about how the things they do at night can affect how well they rest. You've probably got good intentions when it comes to your sleeping habits, also referred to as sleep hygiene. However, the things you do on a daily basis could be doing more harm to your sleep than good. If you've developed poor nighttime habits over the years, here are some of the best practices so that you can adjust your lifestyle with minimal disruption to your routine. Poor sleeping habits to avoid. Number 1. Exercising too close to bedtime. When you exercise, you get a rush of endorphins, and you increase adrenaline and cortisol levels in your bloodstream. The effects are stimulating and can last for hours. For many people, falling asleep directly after a workout is nearly impossible. However, for others, it's not a challenge. If you're someone who can't seem to snooze after a session at the gym, then plan your workouts for earlier in the day. Number 2. Using gadgets in your bed. Most people like to wind down at night by watching television, using their smartphones to check social media or play games, reading on an e-reader or playing video games. The truth is that the lights from these screens will likely serve to keep you awake. Try to avoid screen time within an hour or two of bedtime. Shut off all of these devices when they're in your bedroom. In the case of your smartphone, put it across the room or in an adjoining room to avoid being distracted by it. Number 3. Late night eating. Eating dinner immediately before bed is a big no-no. The act of digestion could prevent you from falling asleep easily, and you're prone to heartburn if you lie down immediately after eating. Number 4. Working right up until bedtime. You might have to put those workaholic tendencies to rest before bedtime. If you're working right up until you hit the hay, the chances of you being able to drift off to sleep easily are close to zero. Your brain needs time to wind down and relax before letting sleep overtake it. Number 5. Staying up late. Even an occasional late night can adversely affect your sleep schedule. The reason is that it could be more difficult to wake up at your regular time the next morning. You'll probably drag yourself through the day. If you succumb to a nap, then it could encourage a bout of insomnia later that night. It's best to have a set bedtime each night, and then stick to it. Number 6. Sleeping in on the weekends. Who doesn't love a lazy lie-in on a Saturday or Sunday? The problem with sleeping in on the weekends is that it sets up for having trouble falling asleep on Sunday night. You're more likely to be sleep deprived on Monday morning, and the sleep deficit is likely to build during the week. As a result, you could be even more tempted to lie in later on the weekends. Instead, you should maintain a consistent sleeping schedule every day, weekends included. Number 7. Drinking alcohol before bed. A glass of wine or a cocktail might seem like the perfect way to relax at the end of the day. And yes, alcohol may help you fall asleep faster, but there could be a couple of problems with this approach. The alcohol might make you too drowsy, causing you to fall asleep earlier than you normally would. As the alcohol metabolizes in your system and the effects wear off, you might wake up and have trouble going back to sleep. Let's talk about how it affects your life. In addition to leading to more serious health problems in the long run like obesity, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and mood disorders, not getting regular amounts of sleep on a consistent basis can also wreak havoc on your daily life. Being more irritable, using poor judgment, and having slower than average reaction times are direct effects of not getting proper rest. When you're not at your best, you could inadvertently harm your career and relationships, not to mention that if you drive or operate heavy machinery while drowsy, you also greatly increase your risk of hurting yourself and others. Conclusion. Most people have several poor sleeping and pre-bedtime habits, not just one. You may dismiss them as normal, or part of your busy lifestyle, but if it's affecting the amount of shut-eye you get each night, or you're noticing a couple of extra stubborn pounds creeping up around your midsection, it might be time to consider ditching these bad habits and adopting newer, healthier ones. So do let us know in the comments on what topics you want us to make our next video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe our channel for more informative topics for your healthy life.